So, hello guys, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening at the same time. This is your teacher Bigyan Guru. Let's continue again. So now here, in case of A levels physics and chemistry, we have five papers within one single subject. So five papers are there: paper one, MCQ, and paper two, answer-based questions, and paper three, practical, and paper four, again answer-based questions, and paper five, qualitative or simply analytical paper. Okay, let's take it this way, analytical paper. And same thing goes for this one, chemistry. So now in case of physics and chemistry, we will get five papers within those 2 years of A levels, and mostly we will kind of like divide these things. I mean, like, teachers from Nepal or kind of like simply people from Nepal divide these things this way. First, they divide these three sections as A1 or AS level, okay, and they divide these two things as A2 level. These are the things. But in case of A levels, you have choice of giving examination on May June session, October November session, and I really forget about February session. Maybe there is in case of February, but for Nepal or our community or our kind of like zone, we have two kind of examination: May June and October November sessions. Okay, we have two sessions for examination, and in case of May, June, and October, November session, and you will really have kind of like some kind of privilege to choose the portions of examinations at your own. Okay, suppose you are kind of like willing to give examination of kind of like paper one, paper two, and paper three at once, then you can choose them to kind of like give in major session of any 1 year, and after that you can choose this rest of the part to take examination of this part in the next year. But now, if you wish to take out examination of this whole part at once at the end of 2 year, then you can even do that. So that's kind of like a really flexible region for students in A levels. And the thing is, if you will take examination of AS only, then you will kind of like really face expensive amount and like I mean like a huge amount of money. So if you will take examination as a whole, then you will really kind of like get some kind of discount over the total cost of these papers. And paper one is MCQ. Okay, till kind of like today, till this date, we have MCQ. 40 questions are there, and those MCQs have a different pattern, a kind of like a specific pattern to be asked and like to be presented over here in examination. So you have 40 questions as MCQ, and paper two is theory paper of first year or kind of like class 11, take it that way, take it that way. And paper 3 is practical examination. You will have to go there and kind of like really face practical work or experimental work at your lab. Okay, that is the major process. You have to collect data. And paper 4 is theory paper of class 12, theory. Then after that, paper 5 is analytical paper. I mean, like, you will get the results from previous experiment, or simply you will get some kind of like results from experiment of anybody else on the set, and you will have to analyze and you will have to calculate the values. I mean, like, the answers. You will have to evaluate the answers. You will have to draw a conclusion, and that is your work at paper 5. So this is how these papers work. And the major challenge over here within these papers for most of the students is that simply the paper one is very kind of like tough and challenging task for every student, because there are 40 MCQs, and each MCQs cost kind of like each MCQs have four options, and really those four options are really confusing things. So you have to go through past papers. You have to keep on continuously practicing through past papers that are found online. Okay, you have to go through past papers first thing, and you have to keep on checking syllabus that is provided by CIE.uk, that one website, and you have to kind of like keep on checking online notes from different websites. I mean, when I was there in A levels, we used to search out. I mean, like, I remember one website, Jet Notes, and those kind of websites were there. And today, in today's date, maybe you can search out for kind of like A levels notes, and you will find some website over there. And guys, I kind of like recommend you to take notes from those websites. That is very important. My teacher told me not to kind of like take notes from those websites, and I even ignored them, but later on I found that they were very important for examination. So guys, in case of syllabus, there is no any boundary, there is no any specific pattern. Just take notes and resources from anywhere, because it is one global subject, global course. That's way. And within these courses we have these questions from different like topics, and we really kind of like get some kind of like past papers from college. And my recommendation to you guys is that check out those past papers as much as possible. Don't go through theory sections only. If you are even kind of like having less knowledge, kind of if you don't have even proper knowledge about theory, then ignore it, and first check out questions and the question pattern, because the question pattern is something that will help us in examination to have clarification of answers within these papers among the subjects. Okay, so this is my only kind of like information that I can provide to you on today's lecture. So we will carry on this lecture again, and we will go through actual question paper sometimes, or we will go through question patterns. So up to then, have a good time, take care, and stay safe. Good night.